Hello there, this is Patricia from Pinky's World. I wanted to share a wee project I was making. I made these for St Patrick's Day for the grandsons, and I made it out of 6x6 inch paper, and we've all done them before, and I thought, oh my goodness, it is really bulky. It holds quite a lot of sweets, so it's a wee bit nearly too much for a child, I think. So I want to try and make wee smaller ones for Easter to hang on the wee Easter tree. So this is what I've done. I used the lovely papers, the new in colours, the 2019 to 21 in colours, and this is the Seaside Spray shade. So I only have made it 3.5 inch deep, 6 inches wide, so I think it really works, and I've made it so that it'll hang on the tree, and there's only about, I think there's 5 chocolate Easter balls inside there. So what do you think? I think it's maybe just a wee bit better than the bigger one, the bulkier one. So the oldest grandson's going to be lucky for that for St Patrick's Day. So anyway, we're going to make these here. And this is great for using up any scraps of 6-inch paper that you have left. I want to do a gingham one this time. So same paper pack, but just 3.5 inches deep by 6 inches wide. So very little preparation. I'm sure you've made these loads of times, but it's all in the decoration, isn't it? How you go about fixing it up. So you want one strip along the bottom of your double-sided turn tape, or whatever tape you like to use, pretty close to the bottom. And I'm just going to take that off now so that I can overlap the next two. So one that side, one this side, and then one along the smaller end. Really quick, really simple. And if you're making a lot of little Easter gifts or whatever gifts, party gifts, you don't want anything too complicated, so you don't. Oh dear. Come on, don't keep me waiting now. There we go. And one along here for your join. And again, just make sure you press that down, then it'll be easier to lift. This is not actually the turn tape at all. So an old reel I had in a drawer, and I'm using it up, and I'm not too happy with it. So, right, that's it. You're just going to simply roll that so that it joins up here. So just line it up there, and then you can just follow. Gingham's lovely for keeping you straight, isn't it? Follow it along and press it down, and then decide which you're going to have. Like, I kept the bottom sort of coming this way, so I want a nice flat front. I don't want this to be at the front, so make sure when you're pressing that you keep yourself a nice smooth front, and just put that in half, more or less, and squeeze. And then pop in your sweets at this stage. Let's say I have chocolate balls here. They're not balls, they're actually egg shapes, I suppose you would call them. And you can get 5 into that wee packet, which is more than enough in my opinion. So now we just want to close this to give you the nice flat front. And just give it a good press, and there you have the shape instantly. So now we want to do our stamping, and the wee stamp that I'm going to use is from this lovely wee set called Welcome Easter. As soon as I saw it, I knew I really wanted. I love the wee tiny flowers, the wee chick, a lamb, and the rabbit, of course. It's also perfect for wee babies. Welcome to the world, little one. Have a wonderful Easter, happy Easter, and sweet friend. And even wee grass tufts, which is lovely when you're making like an inky card, So I'm just going to stamp this in Memento. And just use a scrap of your Wisp of White. Leave yourself a wee trim around the edge so that you can cut it out easily. And the colours that I am going to colour it in with are the dark smoky slate, light smoky slate, and for the wee cheeks and feet I'm using light what? That's the wrong one I've left. It's light flirty flamingo. That's the one I want to use. So start off with your grey. I'm going to push this forward so I'm not out of your sight. And I'm just doing a line of the darkish grey just where I think there's going to be a bit of shadow to give his face a wee shape, maybe up his ears a little bit, under that wee fold of his ear there. And I'm just following that the whole way around because his face is kind of rounded, so he needs a wee bit of shape. And just see under his wee lips or mouth or whatever you call that, and maybe in the wee central bit. And then the edge of his neck where his creases would be, and you'd see a bit of a fold. Same under his wee white patch. You're just barely touching, just a wee dab behind his arms, along his legs, up around his thighs, a wee bit in the end of his toes. Same at this side. I'm really rushing it here. Take your time and enjoy a bit of colouring in. It's nothing more relaxing. So go in now next with your light, and you're just going to wash that out. And you're not coming right into his face too much. You don't want to come in too far, especially along the bottom there, and do away with anything that could cause it to be too dark. You're really just trying to soften it, and we're going to go in with the liquidizer and just liquidize it all out. Which is not a liquidizer, it's the Pro Marker blender I'm using. There is a blender in these. I haven't yet purchased it, as I have a lot of these markers to use up. So you're just basically washing the dark out with a bit of lighter grey, but you don't want to make them completely grey, you know. You're supposed to be a wee white bunny. You're just softening the edges, really. Around his toes. And then we'll pop in with the pink, and we'll give him nice wee rosy cheeks and a wee rosy nose. You can also do inside his ears. And there's no rules to say you have to put pink. If you want to put blue for boys or whatever, just go ahead. Oops, and then last but not least, we're going in with the Pro Marker blender pen and just rub that till it goes nice and smooth. I am flying through this as quick as I can, so you take your time. I probably will come back in and fix this up again whenever I'm off camera. I even do his wee cheeks just to soften that circle. You can see the light grey softening there. The blender is just getting in there and doing its job, which is good. That's not too bad, but I do want to go back in with the lighter grey and build another wee bit. But for the time being, this is all I'm doing with hues. Just soften that all around. Like Speed Gonzales. I mean, you're taking cramp in my hand. I'm going that fast. Speed colouring, huh? Who needs fast forward? Nearly there. I'm not going to bother diluting the pink. I think he needs that colour. So you just simply get your scissors. Again, this is speed cutting. I'm just needing the tiniest wee white edge on him, and he's pretty easy wee rabbit to cut round. So if you're, oops, sorry, I was out of camera there. If you're not a lover of fussy cutting, this wouldn't be too stressful. You know, you'd get through it easily. Always cut away your big pieces out of your way. But I mean, you could make a dozen bunnies in no time if you sit down, stamped, coloured, and then cut them all out. You'd have them sitting ready, and those wee packages are so quick and easy to make. And they're perfect wee things for Easter, and I like them so that they can hang them on the tree. I know, Easter trees, did you ever? But that's another thing the grandchildren started. We did not have those in my day. But they're everywhere now. The schools and all do them, so you have to move with the changes. And there we have it. Very quick and very easy. So we'll get these out of the way. Now, you need your ribbon, and this is the perfect matching ribbon, scallop linen, and I love it because it has that wee like chocolatey feel because of the browns going through it. So what you want to do is measure yourself how much you'd need so that you can park it behind the bunny and give you enough room to stick it together. So I'll just measure that for you. I will have the measurements down below later. 7 inches, so not a lot of ribbon. And what you want to do is get your sticky dots. I'm going to put one in between to join it together to start off. Oops. So we're going to cross that like that so that it sits properly for hanging. And then we want to be able to attach it to the package itself. Oh, they're sticking to me like mad. So this is the way we're going. So we want it down about there in the center if you can. And I don't want that flapping about, so I'm going to park another wee sticky dot in there. Just to make it all take nice. If it doesn't stop sticking to me, I'm going to squeal. Right, stick it in there. And that will just hold that perfectly. And now we want to put a big long dimensional on the bunny. One will do. Right there. And we're going to set it so that it sits sort of right on top of them, and we're going to put part of the sticker that's on the back of the bunny so it covers the ribbon. And that's how simple it is, and you could add a wee bit of Winket Stella or something to jazz it up, but I think the wee ones are so much more cuter than the big ones. Great for adults, these ones are older kids, but the wee ones like this I think are just perfect for wee tiny ones. Like these wee boys are only, I'd say, 5 and 3-year-olds, so no, they're probably 6 and 4 now actually. So there you are. I'll have all the details down below. Have a wee crack at it and show us what you did. And thanks for taking time to watch. I'll catch you all next week. Bye.